Okay, so this is actually pretty big, and this is one block that held me back for a very long time. And that is, you think it's boring. Boring, boring, boring. You think your life's boring, you think what you have to say is boring, you think the way you say it's boring. And this isn't true. It's not true at all. We feel as if that because it's boring to us, that it's gonna be boring to other people. But so many times what we do is boring to us because we do it all the time. We do it every single day. This is what we do. So when you look at like, well, okay, I do this every day. This is my routine. I've been doing this for a long time. But we totally forget that someone else, they've never even seen anything like it. So when I talk to people, so many times people reach out to me and they're like, I think it'll just be boring to kind of share my day. And I'm always just like, boring to share your day is boring to you because you do it every day. But people don't even know who you are, so they don't know how you react to different situations. They don't know what it's like to be in your situation where you are. It's one thing, as I told someone one time when they reached out to me, and this was on a live call, and I got really good feedback from it, it's that I don't know what it's like to be a 16-year-old living in Germany. I don't know what it's like to be a 51-year-old woman living in America. I don't know what it's like to be a 79-year-old living in Poland. So your perspective matters, what you have to say. And of course, you've lived your life this way for a long time, but there's something that you're trying to change, and that's what you talk about. So thinking it's boring what you're gonna say, it's such a limiting belief, and it's so bad because what you say that seems boring to you could be the exact thing that would break someone out of what they're going through. That could be the exact thing that's the difference between someone just totally giving up or someone saying, oh my gosh, I can do it too. So I think that when you really look at it like, this is gonna be boring to talk about, I think it seems boring. It's boring to you. It's boring to you, long story short. For me, I look at myself as like, oh, I'm a pro athlete. I just travel the world for 2 months in the summer. I do my thing, and that's kind of it. I've been doing it for years. I did it for 8 years before I even picked up a camera and started filming it. So for me, it's like, well, it's kind of boring. I do it all the time. But then I'm like, well, let me just share it anyways. Because what's boring for me, for someone else might just be like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do. And one thing you have to remember, there's someone who is just a few steps behind where you're at right now. The simple example I can say, so you're working on yourself. You're in this mastermind to improve yourself. You're doing all of this. So the one thing that I say to you is to understand, like, wait a minute. I'm here trying to improve myself, trying to improve my life. So maybe what I have to say can actually help people with a change of perspective, because they're not at that point yet. You could be in a bad spot. Hey, I'm in a bad spot, bad situation. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I've been struggling with this recently. Like, that matters. That will help someone. That's important to say stuff like that, because it seems boring to you. Like, I'm just doing self-development work. What's the big deal? Someone else might be on the verge of like, I don't know if I should do it. Will it actually help? And by you just talking about it, you have no idea the impact that you can have. So understand that a lot of the things that we do, that I do, is boring to us, but to other people, it could be invaluable. Me just watching one of my favorite athletes, Michael Jordan, him just to see what he eats every day for a week is so valuable to me. It would help me immensely, like tremendously. But for him, it would be just boring. So understand, it's boring to you, but to other people, it might be the thing that changes their life or gets them started or sparks in their mind the thing that will change their life.